Wildfire smoke is harmful to our health because of the small particles that make up the smoke.
Anyone who has ever smoked a cigarette or been around a cigarette can think of it like a giant cigarette. It is full of particulate matter, it is full of organic matter, it is full of burned matter, and anytime you have anything burned get into your lungs, that's bad for you. Your airway is intimately designed to take out bigger particles. Your nose hairs take out the bigger particles. The mucus in your airway takes out the bigger particles. But these smaller particles, 2.5 microns in size, can make it all the way down into the breathing spaces. And so that's what comes with forest fire smoke and a lot of air pollution in general. And that's what gets down into the breathing spaces and causes the problem. And then you also probably have a lot of allergens that come with forest fire smoke because you have a lot of burned organic material. So a lot of people can have sensitivities to that. At a higher concentration, everyone is at risk. All of us can be exposed at the higher concentrations. Higher concentrations of PM 2.5 can really irritate all of our lungs. And it's like being really close to a fire, that if you get a big breath of smoke, you will have symptoms, you will have irritated airways, and those symptoms will last as long as they last for the individual.
What are symptoms that should mean getting to cleaner air?
Most of us are going to smell it first. Your nose is more sensitive than any measurements that we have. The smell does not necessarily come with the risk. So a lot of times you'll start to just feel unwell. You'll have maybe a little bit of irritation of the nose and the eyes. You might have some irritation of the throat. You might have some runny nose, runny eyes. You might start coughing. People who are more sensitive might start feeling short of breath.
Wearing the right type of tight-fitting mask can also protect you while outside.
So the one that's going to protect you the most is a tight-fitting N95, or even going so far as a respirator. Thumbs through, fingers through, chin in, both over. Drop this on the bottom, drop this on the top. Pull the hair out. Middle fingers here, index fingers, push down, and shape them to your nose. So you take the bottom strap off first and go over, and then the top strap, and then just bring it away from the face. Change it as often as you can and can afford to. So the KN95 you can see is shaped somewhat similarly, but it has these ear loops. If I put it on the same way, and then I put it over my ear loops, and then I push it down, you can actually see it's just not as tight. So this one is very tight against my chin and against my nose. This one just is looser. So this will still filter out the mask itself a lot, but you'll have more air entrained around the edges. Anything that's over the ears is more comfortable, but not as tight fitting. Once you get down to the surgical masks or the cloth masks, they definitely are not as protective, but if you think about it, they'll protect a little bit. Everything will protect a little bit. Even the N95 is not 100% protective, but it goes a long way to filter out a lot of those particles and prevent them getting to you, at least until you can get out of the smoke and inside.